welcome to our Biz Huddle podcast. I'm your host, Mitch Cuthbert, Creative Director at Baker Creative. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please hit subscribe so you can get notified when new content comes out. Please share this with anyone who could be inspired by it.
Catalina Garcia is Global Director of Corporate Affairs for Anheuser-Busch InBev, Board Director of the company's foundation, and member of the Women's Leadership Program. She previously was Vice President of Corporate Affairs for Saab Miller. Catalina was named by PR News as one of the top women in public relations. In 2022, she was named a Hispanic Rising Star. An industrial engineer, Cata completed programs at Pontificia Universidad Javeriana, Enaldi Business School, Universidad de Los Angeles, University of Cambridge, and Stanford University.
Welcome, Cata. It's so nice to have you on our podcast. Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much, Michelle. It's a pleasure to be here in this conversation today with you.
Oh, thank you so much. So I'd love for people to know, what was your journey like leading up to today?
My journey has been very, very exciting over the last, let's say, 13 years, when I started in my home country working for this amazing company, AB InBev, in the company in Colombia called Bavaria. So I was the head of the company's foundation, and it was focused in developing small businesses, entrepreneurs in the country. The program became the largest one, the leading one. And I'm so proud to say that that program is now being replicated in many countries around the world in AB InBev. After my work in Colombia, I had the opportunity to move to the US. So I moved to Miami as the head of communications and sustainability, working for countries of Latin America. And that was the moment when the company was SAB Miller. And in 2016, AB InBev acquired SAB Miller, and I had the opportunity to move to New York to the global headquarters. And this incredible role, all about developing our strategy, programs, and initiatives, which is responsible drinking as part of our ESG agenda, a business strategy. And it's been now almost 6 years here in New York City, working with incredible people around the world. I lead this strategy and some other social impact projects, and in connection with the foundations we have globally in 6 zones: Asia, Africa, Europe, Latin America. We have it divided in 2 zones, and North America. And from many functions, commercial functions, mainly working hand to hand with marketing, sales, with finance people. I always say it's my dream job, because it's the combination of my background in communications, in corporate social responsibility, somehow marketing, and doing it globally is really rewarding in this great company that I work with.
So how does leading ESG strategy, environmental, social, and governance for a beverage manufacturer committed to responsible drinking differ than other industries?
First of all, our ESG strategy is core and center of our business. So everybody in the company is responsible to contribute to the ESG strategy. So in my case, one of the pillars of that is ESG strategy is smart drinking, which is all about promoting responsible consumption, reducing harmful consumption, and ensuring our consumers have a positive experience with our beers. So smart drinking is one of our main pillars, and is really very close to my heart. It's a key pillar of the ESG strategy. It's very important for us because without our consumers drinking responsibly, our business would not exist. Without customers selling responsibly, our business would not exist. So we are part of the solution, bringing the right information, the right tools, promoting our products with the marketing that influences behavior in a positive way, so that every experience with our products are positive. And Smart Drinking is also offering choices to consumers to drink beers, our brands, amazing brands, non-alcohol brands, non-alcohol beers, lower alcohol beers. So this is really part of a very important area of our company. And also we and our partners are committed to positively impacting this consumer behavior, responsible drinking, and we use the power of marketing our brands to really support this pillar of ESG, making sure we deliver with evidence-based programs and initiatives and measuring the impact.
For some people who may not know what ESG is, can you kind of break that down for them?
Yeah, ESG is environmental, social, and governance. It's the framework that companies are using to execute the different action plans around these three pillars in regards to the commitment to this environment and social initiatives and targets and goals that many companies set up, and make it the business sustainable, because it's not only a matter of generating profit. You generate profit, but you have to have the balance of the other two dimensions. So at the end is the triple bottom line. That is the balance that give you a business that can grow and can be sustainable over time.
So how has your background being an industrial engineer helped you lead teams?
I believe that my experience in general, and that one about internal and external engagement with different stakeholders, and building partnerships, and all my experience in purpose-driven marketing and initiatives, and that engineering mindset gives me a superpower, as I call it somehow, a superpower of connecting people, connecting ideas, connecting these people with, starting with relationships that at the end become partnerships. So, and those partnerships are very strategic, that are really helping us build our business, go beyond, set up really challenging targets, and I think it's part of my engineering mindset that has helped me really put this kind of partnership and engagement and connection ways of working.
How does the AB InBev Foundation augment the company's foundation and sustainable development strategy?
In 2017, we launched the AB InBev Foundation with an initial purpose of contributing to the reduction of harmful consumption of alcohol. So we set up the Global Smart Drinking Goals, starting with 6 city pilots to implement and identify which are those best practices or initiatives that were contributing the most to this goal of reducing harmful consumption, which is aligned with the UN SDGs and WHO. And the foundation helped us measure the impact of these different initiatives or interventions with experts, partners on public health, academics. So the foundation is an independent organization that help us bring that knowledge and expertise, and especially measure the impact when we created in regards to responsible consumption. But recently, 2 years ago, we expanded the scope of the foundation, to support the broader UN Sustainable Development Goals. So now the foundation is not only focused on all the initiatives related to smart drinking, but also initiatives to promote and empower entrepreneurs, to support agriculture projects for smallholder farmers, to support communities in giving access to clean water, and initiatives around in general communities, for example, our response to the pandemic, to any disaster, natural disaster. So foundation is an extended arm that helps us amplify our impact, do more, and with greater impact. That's basically what we do. We have other foundations in other countries. In total, we have 6, and it's really an incredible group that works together, shares best practices, so that we can really make synergies, efficiencies, and generate more impact at the end. So that's basically what the foundation is helping us do in the company and the other companies that we have globally.
Sounds like a lot going on.
Very much.
So what role does identifying health trends play in your marketing efforts?
This is pretty much connected to what I said at the beginning, right? It's important that we, as a company, we're always part of the solution. What is the problem that globally consumers face is the harmful consumption of alcohol, right? So what we do through beer is to promote moderation, to promote smart drinking, to educate the consumers, to inform the consumers about it so that they can take the right decisions. That's why we offer non-alcohol beers, lower alcohol beers. So we want consumers to enjoy our products in a positive way, to know how to drink, when to stop, how to alternate beer with water, with non-alcohol beer. So at the end, you have an experience that is all about moderation, but at the same time is enjoying it. And we promote having beer with friends, right? So you don't drink alone. We promote beer by, again, hydrating with water or non-alcohol beer, or eating while drinking, or don't drink and drive, or find a designated driver. But it's not only raising awareness, it's really working through social norms, making sure we change the norm in a way that having a beer is a positive experience. You eliminate and reduce binge drinking or heavy drinking or drink driving, and you change behavior by using also social marketing methodologies, which is all about actionable messages. It's not just raising awareness, it's explaining the consumer that what are the actions they can take to have a behavior that is smart drinking. And also, it's not the how, but providing the tools, right? If you're promoting your products, bring food along, offer the beverages to hydrate, water, non-alcohol beer, offer the transportation or the share rights alternatives, etc. So we have that in mind in our marketing. We work with our brands very closely. We developed a few years ago an incredible competition among all of the brands globally. It's one of its kind, where all the brands every year develop ideas around smart drinking. And I'm proud to say that in the last 2 years, 4 of those campaigns have been awarded Cannes Lions. So because they are very effective, we have measured the impact, They are connected with the purpose of the brand. So let's say we are speaking about a brand that is all about friendship. So friends protect friends. So smart drinking fits very well with the purpose of that brand. So the brand makes it very natural that bringing the messages and actionable messages around smart drinking is part of what our brand is bringing to the consumer. You know, marketing is all about bringing solutions to the consumer's needs. So we have found that smart drinking is another platform that is connecting with the consumer very well, connecting with those consumers that are more focused on health and well-being, or well-being as a whole. So is finding that common purpose. So it makes it very, very authentic, very connected, and it's just not drink responsibly. We are getting away from the drink responsibly because consumers don't understand. So we are leading the way in the industry with this initiative. It's a whole methodology. We are surrounded by experts in many fronts that are helping us deliver this agenda. And every year, this competition motivates our teams to really bring the best of the best, and at the same time contributing to the growth of our brands, our business, and our sustainability in general.
How has your expertise in building collaborative partnerships enabled you to succeed?
We realized that we could achieve our goals much more quickly and effectively if we work with others instead of alone, right? So that's why we developed several partnerships. We know we cannot do this alone, and so we bring experts. For example, we partnered with the United Nations Institute for Training and Research since 2018, because we work on road safety as one of our most important initiatives and priorities, because of three reasons mainly. Because we are 164,000 employees around the world that use the roads, commute to the office, and their families. We have one of the largest truck fleet that distribute our products everywhere, and our drivers driving the roads where communities are. And also because we sell beer and we want to eliminate drink driving. So road safety is a key priority for us, and we develop a methodology all based on data analysis, understanding the causes of the road safety problem. Once those causes were identified, we put together an action plan together with the local governments, the authorities, the experts, the academics, those that help us design the solution, putting together those actions, implementing and measuring the impact. And it was really effective. We always start small with pilots, city pilots, and then we start scaling up. So UNITAR found what we were doing very complementary to what they were doing, because they are experts in training governments. So when they saw what we were doing, they codified this knowledge in a toolkit that is now translated in more than 10 languages, and is also online. It's in an app, and there's webinars throughout the year. We run workshops. So they codified that knowledge and brought it to the world. So there's where we see partnerships are so effective, because we cannot do that alone. We have the knowledge, we bring our expertise in project management, in business management, and others like UNITAR help us really bring other strengths that makes these kind of projects much more successful and more effective. The same with other partners like Georgetown University. They train us, they guide us, they give us the techniques to improve our social marketing initiatives. The same with, for example, the Inter-American Development Bank with our entrepreneurship program, which is all about developing small and medium businesses. We found common objectives. The success of a partner or a partnership in general is finding those common interests. And then everybody comes together to the same table. And in the case of the bank, of the IDB, they said, okay, what you're doing with your customers, we have 6 million customers globally. Around 3.5 are in Latin America, and 40% of them are owned or led by women. So IDB is the development bank of Latin America, and they say, okay, you have this incredible platform, you have your customers, you know them, you are training them, so we can provide you with expertise on bringing more digital solutions, more financial solutions, so providing inclusion in these fronts, and then combining that expertise make this really powerful. So they partner with the AB InBev Foundation, the ABI teams, the commercial teams that have the relationship with the customer, then help us put together this kind of programs of training, how to manage the business, how to improve their responsible selling activities, and it's a win-win. So I just gave a few examples, but we have been working with many partners. This is at a global level, but at a local level, there's kind of the same ways of working. And that is also at an internal level, we work as partners with my other colleagues through something we call communities of practice. Same thing, we sit together, we share best practices, we bring to the table solutions and also problems, and then the teams across the world from the different countries start connecting. And all that is documented under a content library. So anyone can find, oh, I'm working in this project, I want to learn from here. And it makes it so efficient. And it's also opportunity to collaborate among colleagues from different functions together. So you break silos, you bring projects with common objectives. Everybody has visibility. It's also an opportunity to recognize people. So I kind of extended the answer to this question, but I think it's very well related, the way we work at ABI, and that those ways of working really make us dream big, which is all about ABI dreaming big to create a future with more cheers. That's our purpose.
I love it.
Thank you.
So you've been in the business for a while. What do you see the biggest mistake women business owners make in today's world?
I would say not a mistake, but something we should continue doing is empowering other women. We are capable of so much, and sometimes we don't see that in ourselves or feel afraid to try to take opportunities, right? So at AB InBev, we work on this by developing programs to give women the tools they need to help the business succeed, grow, and push really their dreams forward. So it's all about knowledge. Knowledge is power, right? So it's so important that women connect, women mentor each other, because that's very powerful. Very rewarding to see so many women growing professionally, creating solutions for themselves and their communities, and supporting each other around the world. So, but women and men too should also set clear goals. It's both, right? If you have clear goals, stick to them. The roads, each person has a different road. But if you have that clear, you will definitely reach the road of the goal very easily. You should ask for help, for assistance, promote collaboration, consider alternative viewpoints, and act consistently. Important, as I was mentioning before about my superpower of influencer and connector, create connections are so important, right? That's super important, and maintain them so everyone involved can communicate clearly and effectively. And if we can keep learning from each other and working together, I know we will be able to solve the shared problems, the challenges we're facing every day in the world, in our business, in our personal lives, and create a more sustainable and more just future for us, all of us.
So when it's all said and done, what kind of legacy would you like to leave?
I would say that it's never too late, right? So whenever the opportunities come, whenever you have to take difficult decisions, just take it, embrace the change. And that's kind of the legacy I'm leaving to my children by saying, just don't be afraid, take the opportunities at any age, or take the decisions at any age, because there's amazing people around that you can work with. Just live your dream and think about it, and you will achieve your dreams if you really believe in them.
Well, thank you so much. And you have some great insight that's going to help a lot of people. And I appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed, Michelle. Thank you. You're amazing.
Well, you too.
If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please hit subscribe so you can get notified when new content comes out. Please share this with anyone who could be inspired by it, and feel free to post any questions so we can be inspired by new content. Thanks for listening. If you're interested in learning more, visit our website at bakercreative.co.